Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side.
Lucky that.
Down the mound before it takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen at 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's go, Pep.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there?
Packer way in the finish line for you, nigga.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Let's go! Blue 90!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Detroit! Let's go! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Here's Rosen to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Okay, bitch. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Let's get it, Pep.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. On second down, Freeman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Good day, good day.
The scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here on their opening drive, but instead 3rd down. Now keep in mind they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games where it can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one.
Come on, man. Bring your fucking hands.
Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Detroit!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Now we have Hyde still on the ground here. Staying down after that last play. We'll check on the status when we return to Orchard Park. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing his Hamlin on 3rd.
Wrong button.
It's intercepted.
Hey, wrong button.
Baker with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Second down, Rosen underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got a man.
Come on, man.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk, and he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second down, Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Rosen going up top. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Kindici breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. To the air, Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Rosen off the play action. Benjamin with it over the middle. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39. All right now, Lucky 56, Lucky 56.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39. Leopard, Leopard. Detroit, Detroit. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Allen now on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Freeman again, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Allen throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green, 39.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Rosen from his end zone on third and long. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And give them a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and sneak it here. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch it now, Barney.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Rosen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, here we go.
They go to Johnson again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Rosen will throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Rosen on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Set. 319. 319.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
On 2nd down, Rosen lets it go for Nelson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16.
Detroit!
To the air, Allen. Caught left side by Funchess. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Conley. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Robert Kindici in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. One final try here for Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. Allen. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To throw is Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Allen to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.